Have you ever asked yourself, why do I keep repeating the same patterns? Why do certain fears, blocks, or attractions follow me no matter how much I grow? What if the answers you're looking for aren't in this life, but in a past one? Stick around to find out more. Hi, I'm Jose De Castro, a psycho-spiritual life coach that helps spiritual entrepreneurs uncover the unconscious patterns that keep them stuck and align with the deeper soul intention behind their incarnation. In this video, we're diving into the idea of past lives. Is it possible to know who you were before this life? How would you even find that out? And perhaps most importantly, why would it even matter? Because here's the thing. Most people try to change their lives by fixing surface level symptoms. But your life's challenges didn't start in this lifetime. They started long ago and they live on in the form of karmic imprints, unresolved emotional patterns, and habitual behaviors from past lives that repeat until they are seen and healed. This isn't about indulging fantasy. It's about understanding the origin of your current struggles so you can stop going in circles and finally evolve beyond them. Now, let's back up for a second. I'm not here to prove reincarnation to you. If you're watching this, I'll assume you're at least open to the possibility. And while there are thousands of cases of people, often children, who recall past lives with shocking accuracy, the reality for most of us is different. We don't remember who we were. Why? Because when we incarnate, we pass through what's been called the veil of forgetting. The details vanish from our conscious mind, but here's the key. Your heart never forgets. The soul leaves an emotional imprint. Even if you don't consciously remember your past life, you feel the echoes of it in your deepest fears that don't seem to have a cause, in strange attractions and aversions, in persistent habits and dynamics you just can't seem to shake, and even in your core personality traits that seem older than your age. By the way, if you're finding this insightful so far, take a moment to hit the like button. It really helps this message reach more people who might be navigating similar soul level questions. Thank you so much. So how do we access these buried soul memories? This is where evolutionary astrology comes in. Unlike conventional astrology, which often focuses on personality traits or current transits, evolutionary astrology is concerned with the journey of the soul, where it's been, what it's learning, and where it's trying to go next. Another important difference between conventional or traditional astrology and evolutionary astrology is the perspective on change. Conventional astrology can often sound fatalistic, like it's saying, this is who you are and that's that. It can feel like you're stuck with the personality traits, tendencies, or fate described in your chart. But evolutionary astrology is different. It starts with the idea that people can change, grow, and evolve. You are not bound to repeat your past. You're not stuck with anything you came in with. Evolutionary astrology offers us a greater sense of agency. It helps us understand not just who we are, but who we are becoming. And that is a liberating truth. And the most important tools we use? The nodes of the moon. The nodes of the moon are two invisible points in the sky where the moon's path crosses the sun's path. In astrology, they're seen as spiritual signposts. The south node represents where your soul has come from, your past life tendencies, talents, and unfinished business. The north node points to where your soul is headed, your growth edge, your lesson, your evolutionary intention. And this makes sense symbolically and archetypally too. The moon governs emotions, memory, and instinct. Its nodal points mark the soul's karmic trajectory through time. This continuity across lifetimes is much like the continuity we experience across stages of life in a single incarnation. Think about it. Your tendencies, quirks, and emotional patterns as a child don't just disappear when you become a teenager or an adult. They evolve, yes, but the core imprint remains. That's because you're not a brand new person at each stage. You're a developing version of the same person. Also, science tells us that almost every cell in our body is replaced over time. Our skin renews in weeks, our blood renews in months, even our bones in about a decade. And yet, through all these physical changes, there is a deeper part of us, the consciousness that remains aware, consistent, and connected. We're not the same body we had 10 years ago or even last year, and yet we feel ourselves to be the same I. This simple truth points to a deeper reality. We are not merely the body. We are the consciousness that moves through it, gathering memory, growing, and evolving beyond the form. In the same way, your soul carries a thread of continuity across lifetimes. Each life isn't a disconnected story. It's more like a new chapter in the book of your soul's evolution. Just as your childhood influences your adulthood, your past lives shape your current incarnation. And understanding that helps us see karma not as punishment, but as momentum, the emotional and energetic residue that shapes our present until it's consciously transformed. The Bhagavad Gita captures this beautifully. Just as a man discards worn-out clothes and puts on new ones, the soul discards worn-out bodies and wears new ones. And the Buddha is quoted as saying, "What you are is what you have been. What you will be is what you do now." The past is alive in you, whether you remember it or not. But, and this is critical, you have the power to shift it. You're not doomed to repeat the same cycles unless you ignore them. Unfortunately, most people never uncover these deeper soul patterns. They get stuck in recurring life issues, same relationship problems, same fears, same roadblocks, and they start to believe this is just who I am. And for many spiritual entrepreneurs, these patterns can quietly sabotage progress, blocking flow, confusing progress, and making it difficult to grow a business that's aligned with the soul. Without recognizing the deeper karmic roots, it's easy to mistake resistance for failure or fall into cycles of burnout and self-doubt. But it's not who you are. It's who you have been. And if you don't see it for what it is, you'll carry those patterns into your next life too. That's karma, not as punishment, but as a lesson unlearned. As Carl Jung says, I am not what happened to me. I am what I choose to become. That's why I offer the Soul Evolution Reading, a unique service rooted in the lineage and techniques of evolutionary astrology. In this 90-minute session, I'll take your birth chart and decode who you were in a past life, what karmic imprints were left unresolved, how these patterns are manifesting in your current life, and what your soul intends for you to grow into this lifetime, your North Node pattern of evolution. You'll also receive a detailed PDF report that outlines all the insights from the session so you can reflect, remember, and realign anytime. This isn't just information, it's direction, a map left behind by your soul to help you heal, grow, and fulfill your purpose in this incarnation. The session is conducted online through Zoom, so no matter where you are in the world, you can receive a reading from the comfort of your own space. I can personally attest to the power of evolutionary astrology to uncover past life patterns and shed light on the present. Some time ago, I attended a past life regression session where the facilitator guided me into a deeply relaxed state and invited me to use active imagination to explore the imagery and the feelings that arose. She used a series of prompts to help me articulate the life I was experiencing. And to be honest, I left that session feeling unsure. I felt like I had just made everything up because at the time I didn't understand how being in a deeply relaxed, altered brainwave state actually allows us to access the unconscious mind. Later, as I began studying evolutionary astrology and analyzing my own chart though, I was stunned. The themes, symbols, and the karmic storylines that emerged from my chart were almost identical to what I had seen and felt during the regression session. That moment of recognition changed everything for me. It confirmed that the birth chart truly does hold the soul's memory, and that evolutionary astrology is a remarkably precise and grounded way to access it. Let's return to that Buddha quote one more time. What you are is what you have been. What you will be is what you do now. So, what will you do now? Will you keep going in circles, living out the same patterns without ever understanding where they come from? Or will you take the next step, reclaim the missing pieces of your story, and move forward with clarity, courage, and purpose? If this resonates, I invite you to book a free 15-minute discovery call using the link in the description. Let's talk. I'll answer your questions and help you get started on your own soul evolution journey. Remember, the call is free and it's just a click away. Remember, there's a reason you feel stuck, but you don't have to stay there. Your soul remembers the way forward. Hey friend, if you found this video helpful, click here to watch another one. Check out this playlist you might find helpful, and don't forget to subscribe for more content on soul purpose, shadow work, and evolutionary growth. See you in the next video.